You're watching A Cup of Tea with Anita B. And I'm Anita. Today I would like to talk about relationships. I have a question for you. If your heart isn't in it, why are you? This question can apply to different areas of your life. But today we're going to apply it to relationships. Number one reason for someone staying in a relationship is for the kids. But when you're going through a relationship and it's not working out, the arguments, the aggravation, the stress that it can cause, the kids are sensing this. And many kids, if you were to interview them, they would say that they would rather you not be together because they can see that you're unhappy. They can sense when something is wrong, no matter how you try to sugarcoat it or make it work. They can always tell when something is wrong. They rather see you happy and apart than to see you miserable and together. There's always some arrangement that can be made. And one thing that I've seen that really bothers me is when one parent uses a child against the other, or they try to put them in the middle of the relationship. In the end, in this type situation, that child will in the end up resenting one or both parents. It may cause them to act out in different ways, cause them to do things that they wouldn't normally do. They are caught up in your arguments when you go through. Another reason for staying together with a lot of people is money. Are the money issues really that important if both parents can go and get a job and work things out? I mean, I've been through stress a lot of times. Stress can be a killer among people. And it's not very fair to anybody in the relationship. Companionship. Is it really worth that companionship? I'd rather be by myself and happy, doing what I want to do, not having to answer to anybody, than be in a relationship with somebody where the love is gone, there's no respect, there's arguments all the time. I mean, really, who has time for that kind of stress in their lives? Another question is, what are you really looking for in a relationship? When you first met this person, what was it that attracted you to them? One thing is how somebody looks. I'm 52, so I've got to the point where looks is not my top option. Because, I've heard it said many times, do you really want to marry a beautiful fool? They have nothing going for them. They have no money, just laying around the house. You've got to worry about other people who might be coming after them. And really, the worry isn't in the other person. The worry is in your partner. That person that's on the outside looking in, sometimes they don't even know that that person is in a relationship. It's not like if they've got it in their mind or their heart or their DNA to cheat, that they're going to be telling this person, okay, I'm in a relationship. And, so when I've been in that type of relationship, I'm not worried about the other female. Does this man love me enough? Does he respect me enough to turn down these women? I'm not having a relationship with all these people in the background, these women in the background. I'm having a relationship with him. If it's not good between me and him, why am I wasting my time? I've never been one to fight over a man. Either he chooses to stay or he chooses to go. If what's in the relationship between me and him is not strong enough to keep him there, why am I with him? What purpose does that serve? Pet peeves. What is it that this man does that gets on your last nerve, that just really is a no? I can't do this. For me, one is disrespect. Disrespect covers so many different areas. Do you respect me enough as your woman to stay faithful to me, to be there with me? If I'm giving you my all, and of course we know in relationships that we all, because we're human, have our shortcomings. But if I'm doing my best in a relationship and I'm putting everything into this relationship, why can't you do the same? Are you going to go out there and cheat? Are you going to diss me to your friends? Are you going to talk about me to your family? And that's another thing. With your family, are they in the relationship? Or are me and you in a relationship? I like to see myself as being able to get along with anybody. And because I'm just that type of person. I'm on the reserve, I'm kind of quiet, but I do fit in. Another thing is, when we're talking, communication is a big issue. We need to be able to talk about those things that you don't feel so comfortable with or you're having a problem dealing with, and the things that I am. If you come to me in a respectful manner, look baby, I have a problem with you, blah blah blah. Maybe we can talk about it. Maybe we can work it out. But if you're yelling at me, that's going to make me less where I want to maybe, okay, I'll change this thing about myself or try to work on it to make it where you're more comfortable with me. Which brings another point up. If you're in this relationship because you feel like you can fix this person or change this person, wrong answer. A person has to want to change. If you're attached to your liquor bottle, you're going to have to want to change. You're not going to make somebody do what you want them to do by arguing, by putting them down. Baby, you getting a little fat there. You need to lose some weight. No, baby. Let's go to the gym together. I myself, I want somebody to go to the gym with me. I want to be able to work it out. You know, relationships are about give and take. You give, I give. Somewhere we meet in the middle. Sometimes that might mean me moving a little bit out of my comfort zone to be able to embrace some of the things that you like to do, what you want to do, what matters to you, to help you out. And you have to bend a little bit to the things that I like. We're not going to be able to work on everything together, but some things we can bend a little bit. Maybe I can help you with this, or maybe you can help me with that. But somewhere We have to be able to get along, do things together, a lot of compromise, work on stuff together. Maybe we can find something we both like. Maybe you haven't tried something or I haven't tried something that I may have wanted to always do but never got to do. One thing I would love to experience is a sunset with that special significant other. Maybe that might not be something you've ever thought about, but what harm could it do to bend a little bit? And the type of men that some women gear towards, or some men go towards their woman. You're looking for something different in a relationship, but you keep gravitating towards the same woman or the same kind of man that's going to get you the same results that you've been getting. Try something different. Maybe her hair's off, or maybe she doesn't look exactly how you want her to look, or maybe he's not working as hard as you want him to work. But sometimes those lists that we tend to have as far as what we want or don't want, sometimes they need to be modified a little bit, and I don't protest to be an expert on this subject. I went to JU, got my degree in communications, but by no means am I an expert, or I probably wouldn't be 52 and never have been married before. One thing, when I'm looking for a guy or talking to a guy, one pet peeve for me is arrogance. That is a complete turn off. I don't mind you being confident, sure about it. Your confidence might be what attracts you to me in the first place, because I have a mean look. It's not me, it's just part of my family. My grandfather was one of the sweetest people you want to meet, but he just had a mean look. So if you've built up confidence to even approach me on a relationship level, that's some confidence I can deal with. The arrogance comes in when you're overly. I've got a car, I've got a nice house, I've got a boat, I've got money, I've got this job, I've got that job. But when it comes to that, do you have enough sense, S-E-N-S-E, in your head to go with those dollars in your pocket? Because I can adapt to any type of circumstance that I need to adapt to. But I'm not gonna be subject to being in a relationship where your money is more important than I am. What can I give you if your money is your main thing in your life? What can I actually bring to that? Why would I want to even entertain you if you're so much about money? One thing that I look for in a man is godliness. You have to have some Jesus in your heart for me. You have to know that Jesus is your Savior, that He died for you, and live a life according to that. Because I'm not going to be in a relationship where he's not worried about going to church, he's not worried about God, my all, my everything is in Christ. So I need him to have some have Jesus in his heart. Another thing is, when we're talking, when we having issues, or you may go to work, when you come home and something's bothering you, I want to be able to talk it out. Not just, you insist on knowing what my problems are, but if you can't talk to me about what's going on with you, what's the point of you being with me? That's part of the relationship. We need to be able to communicate with each other, to be able to talk about those things that might not be going right for you. Maybe we can work something out. And also, I want to talk about this new thing with the swingers. No, that does not work with me. It's me and you in a relationship. If we can't work it out between me and you, we need to go our separate ways. But like I said in the beginning, if your heart isn't in this relationship, why are you in it? What are you looking for that's not in this relationship? Sometimes we have to take time to ourselves to figure out what we want, what's going to make us happy in life. If you can't find happiness in yourself, you're not going to find it in that other person, because people have flaws. If you don't know what's going on with you, if you don't know what it's going to take to make you happy, that other person isn't going to be able to know that either. And I have to close with this. I said in my introductory video about Shemar Moore, how he just looks like he's real, a real person. I'm looking for you, Shemar. I'm looking for you. I want to know if you're the type of guy that I see you as. Way back when you were on Young and the Restless, to The Brothers, to the other movies that you've played in, SWAT, to Criminal Minds. I want to see if you're that sensitive guy that cares about other people, that you seem to have an aura about you to be. I want to meet you one day. But in closing, I just want to say, I hope that whatever relationship that you're in, I hope it makes you happy. If you're not happy, maybe you don't need to be in that relationship. Life is too short. A relationship should be a mutual partnership, one where both sides can work together and be happy. In closing, I thank you for listening, and I pray that you all have a blessed day.